In 2019, Joseph Elledge, then 26, informed the local police that his wife, Munchie Elledge, 28, was missing. According to him, she had left behind her car, her cell phone, and the couple's daughter, taking only her handbag with her.
Hey, Joe.
Hi.
Hey, it's Officer Joseph.
Officer Joseph?
I was just going to come over here and get
That's
some
fine.
details from him. I don't know.
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, you can just come on in. So here's her phone. I mean, her phone and her wedding ring were both just left on that table.
Like right over there?
Yeah.
Or right here?
Yeah, on that table there.
Okay.
And, but no, they didn't find anything. They were looking for, they were looking through her browser history to see if she, made any flight
arrangements?
Arrangements,
Yeah.
but they didn't find anything.
Good.
And
is that her iPad too that you said?
yeah, that's right there. And I can unlock that up, but I looked through it and it doesn't seem like there's anything.
Nothing pressing.
Yeah, I can't unlock her phone. It's locked and I don't know the password, but her computer I know the password. There is
3551.
I actually found this earlier. There's this it's like a journal type of document. It's just a Word file, and it talks about her having some secret love. She mentioned this guy's name, and actually it turns out it's this guy right here. And I just messaged him earlier, and he responded to me, but I think he's in China right now. But anyway, I think this is her secret love or something. Probably
back in China.
I suppose. I think he was here though, because he says, "I'll be back in Shanghai tomorrow. I'll be busy. I'll be in Shanghai for the next week, or for the next few days. I'll be out of time." And I don't know when that was. It just says 10:33 a.m. Anyway, that journal article talks about this guy. She's like in love with him or something, and that she's not interested in her husband, but that she's married and she has a baby, and so she has to stop doing this.
Messaging him.
There, I think. Yeah. I don't know if she's seen this guy, but
right. So she might not even have met this dude. Is what you're thinking.
Well, I don't know. I kind of think that she has, because like I said, that I think there's been about 4 times where she's gone out and she's been out for an unreasonably long time. Yeah, pretty much. And then she always gives some weird excuse. The weirdest time was she went out. She was walking out the door, and I asked her where she was going, and she said that she has to get something from her car. And it was about 45 minutes later, she came back with a spoon that was in her car for probably 2 years. I remember
Really?
the spoon. Yeah, and she came back with that spoon. And then I tried asking her, what were you really doing? Were you really just getting that spoon from your car? And she just said yes. So that was the weirdest time.
The investigator questions Joseph about the moment he realized his wife was missing.
And he said about 5 a.m. the baby's up.
Yeah, the baby woke up and she was crying, so I woke up and I was really surprised that Munchie wasn't there. And then I went to get Anna. I kind of thought that Munchie might be in the room with Anna, but she wasn't. And after I put Anna down to sleep, I looked all over the place looking for Munchie, and she wasn't there, and her purse was gone. And
So the only thing she took was what kind of purse she have?
American flag.
So that's all she took was her purse.
Yeah.
All right, and you said a set of shoes.
Yeah. I noticed her black Nikes are missing, so I guess she must be wearing those.
She usually wear jeans, or she usually wear shorts. What she usually wear?
She normally wears leggings.
Leggings.
Like the
Yeah.
yoga pants or whatever.
County 3473, 3443, status check.
Okay.
So just black. Or I don't know if that was on her phone, but I don't know. I saw some message either on her computer or on her phone that said somebody was asking if she's still gonna meet today, and I think it was about jars of baby food.
Okay.
So I don't know if she was gonna buy some baby food.
Do you work?
County
No,
756,
I'm a student.
status
I'm a
check.
full-time student.
Student. Okay. So you're usually at home too.
Yeah, a lot of time.
756, 1819.
I'm kind of on campus a lot during the day. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm on campus from about 6:45 a.m. to about 6 p.m.
Okay.
But the rest of the week, I'm normally here.
Okay. So as far as As far as like her, I mean, you guys are usually around each. You guys see each other. Other than Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're usually always here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So last night she said she had to get up early. You woke up. She's gone. You checked. Where's her car at? Is it out in the parking lot?
Yeah.
And the keys did, or?
Yeah, keys are here. They're in the kitchen.
And that's usually where she leaves them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was the door locked or was it unlocked when you woke up?
Yeah, it was unlocked. I think Sprint.
I got you. Okay. Well, I mean, do you have any questions for me or any? Yeah, I guess really any questions. I mean, so what I'll do is I'll do a missing person report.
Yeah.
I'll enter as missing until we hear from her, or otherwise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You said she banks at Bank of America.
Yeah.
Is she? It says she's like 5 foot.
Yeah, she's about 5 feet.
And how long hair? Like shoulder length?
I think it goes a few inches past her shoulders.
Is it usually down?
It's usually up. She normally wears it up.
Up.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll enter as a missing person until we hear otherwise from her, or can prove that she went somewhere. Obviously, the best thing for her to do would be to call and say, "Hey, this is where I'm at," for everybody, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
And then you guys can try to work out whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
But as far as like issues between you and her, is it just? I mean, anything? She just kind of nitpick. Is that kind of the deal, or anything?
Yeah. There was no like big, large arguments recently.
Just disagreements about
Yeah.
small things.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like a couple days ago, let's see. I think when Anna turned 1, her Medicaid expired, and so she was just like really worried about it being expired because we have a doctor's visit tomorrow for Anna, and she was complaining to me about getting it renewed, and I was just telling her that I don't know any of the information because she was the one who applied for Medicaid the first time.
Right. She did it all.
Yeah, and so she was asking me to apply for it, and I was just telling her, I don't know how. You're the one who did it before, and she was just very irritated, and she wanted me to do it. And,
Okay.
The investigator was about to leave, starting the search for his missing wife. The police would start examining phone records, bank transactions, and security camera recordings. Meanwhile, Joseph would be interviewed by a local news channel.
All right, so talk to me about who she is, why you fell in love with her.
Well, she's a very dedicated person. She's a hard worker, and I really like that. That's important to me. And she's really, she's very, very detail-oriented, and that's something that I honestly didn't see a lot in a lot of people and really a lot of girls as well. But she was, she's a mechanical engineer with me, same as I am. And that was something that was pretty important to me too, because I really kind of always thought that I'd have sort of my own business and maybe have a car shop or something. And I thought that she would be helpful in that. I thought that she would be a part of that. And I told her that whenever we first started dating, and I think that she kind of liked the idea of it. She really likes the idea of working hard and making money. So there was a lot of stuff about her that really made me feel like that she was just a great person to have around. She was a great mother the whole way, and even the night that I took her to the hospital, like the song that I first met her was playing when I first met her, and it was just an amazing night. And Anna came out, and she was, she held her for the first time, and it was just a really amazing feeling. And ever since then, she's been a great mom, like the best mom ever, and she takes care of Anna like, I don't know, like nothing I ever knew would happen. And it amazes me, because especially now.
Talk to me about that night that she left. Like, what was that? Was there anything unusual? Like, was she just normal? Are you surprised? Like, just talk to me about that.
I am surprised. We were kind of growing distant in the past few months, and especially we went to Carthage for an internship over the summer, and I don't know how she liked that small town life very much, but she always kind of stayed inside by herself anyway, and I encouraged her to go outside, and she just never really wanted to do that kind of stuff, which I don't blame her for it. But I was, that was kind of weird to me that she didn't want to go outside a whole lot. But yeah, I guess she was just always kind of a reserved person, and sometimes she didn't talk to me a lot about what was going on in her life, but I always tried to open up to her and always tried to get her to open up to me. I gave her every opportunity that I could. And so, yeah, it's just right now it's really confusing. Everything is very, very cloudy. I just don't know what's going on. I don't know what to think. I'm really confused, and I just think that she is too. And I don't know. I think she'll come back, but I just don't know. I don't know where she's been. I hope she's safe. And I know she was talking to somebody else on the side, and I didn't know that until after she had left. But you know, whatever she's doing, I just hope she's safe, and I really hope that she can, you know, find herself and come back to me and Anna, and we can just have a big long talk, and that's all we need. But we can work things out. I think she's just confused and maybe scared. I don't know if she felt alone. I just hope that she's safe. I hope that she's at least with somebody who cares for her, you know, enough to keep her safe. And
The investigation lasted more than 2 weeks, during which time Joseph was questioned again. This time he allowed the police access to his cell phone, which made it possible to recover deleted text messages. These messages revealed a marriage in ruins, with evidence that Joseph had physically and emotionally assaulted his wife. It was clear that she was preparing to file for divorce, as she could no longer stand the abuse. Although these messages were not enough evidence to charge Joseph with murder, investigators noticed bruises on his daughter's body. When confronted, Joseph confessed to being responsible for the injuries, which resulted in his immediate arrest on child abuse charges.
Hey Joseph, we're ready for you, bud. Go right in there, please. Just gotta get some pictures of fingerprints, okay? Right. Alright, so first thing, I need you to stand about right here. Face that camera for me, okay?
Do you have any other questions?
I guess if this is it's a felony offense, is it like official already? I mean, am I always going to be labeled like this?
No, this is just what you're being charged with, but obviously it has to go to court and, you know, goes through all that business. So, and then whatever happens there, it depends on what's on your record. So. So they're going to continue to do their investigation on this whole deal and all that. So that's, the case is still somewhat in an active situation. So,
And the child.
Child abuse still, you know. I mean, whenever you have a small child that's been bruised, I mean, it's kind of a big deal. I mean, when kids are small, they're pretty pliable. So it is hard to bruise a child.
Oh, okay.
I mean, kids don't typically bruise up that easy, you know. So, I mean, it's not a great position that you're in right now. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I understand we get put in positions we don't like, and sometimes we put ourselves in those positions, and it is what it is, but at the end of the day, these are little innocent small children that don't get a choice. So then people have to make decisions for them so that it's what's best for the child. You know, on paper, you know, how does that look? You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at that on paper, you being arrested for something like this, you know, how does that look on paper to everybody else? You know what I'm saying? Looks pretty bad, right? And it's like I said, we always give people an opportunity to be like, hey, you know, this is what led up to it. This is really what happened. And honestly, the only thing that ever makes sense is the truth. You know, and I've talked to people, and you know, people that have done robberies, people that have done different things, and they're like, hey, man, I'm just trying to make a living. You know, I'm a felon. I can't quite get a job, and now I'm out here doing what I have to do to just survive. You know what I mean? Like, that paints a different picture of just a robbery. You know, you're not like a bad guy. You know, a person that's just going out just doing stick-ups just because they hate people, or you know what I mean. And like I said, I don't know your situation on this, like, you know, for the kiddo, but in black and white it looks bad, right? And like I was telling you, kids are pretty. They're young enough, they're hard to break, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're just, the kids are, you know, they're, it takes a lot to bruise them, you know what I mean? And, I mean, did you tell the investigators what was going on with the child, or no? You had a rough time with your child, or no?
Well, yeah, I think, like, I don't really remember exactly, but I think I was there alone that night with her, and he was just crying a lot.
Just crying a lot? Yeah. Lose your cool a little bit?
I don't know if I was really losing my cool. Probably just did the wrong thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I was just trying to distract her, make her think, oh, my butt's hurting, but then I stop, and then, you know, maybe she'd think, oh, now it's okay, now I feel better, so that maybe she'd feel better, and then just forget about whatever else was making her cry.
So what do you do? Blow off steam? It sounds like maybe you might have some anger issues every now and then.
I really don't get angry very much.
Don't get angry?
Yeah. If I do, I'll probably just play games.
Play games.
Police discovered that Joseph had a past marked by episodes of violence and an explosive temper, which increased suspicions of his involvement in his wife's disappearance. To prevent him from trying to flee while the investigation continued, the authorities set his bail at $500,000 for the child abuse charges. With Joseph still in custody, police served a search warrant at his home to gather more evidence.
Columbia Police search warrant, apartment 58. Columbia Police Department search warrant, apartment 58. Speak to us now. Move away from the door. Small stuff. Kitchen left. Tactical team gate. Kid's baby room is right. Bathroom.
During the search of the house, investigators found a backpack containing several documents written by Joseph. One of them, entitled "What to Say to the Police," stressed that he needed to talk about his wife in the present tense, avoiding referring to her in the past. In addition, the police seized a pair of mud-covered boots left in a corner of Joseph's bedroom. Upon analyzing Joseph's cell phone, investigators discovered that he had spent around 30 minutes near a local river on the day his wife disappeared. Despite a search of the area at the time, nothing was found. A year later, while Joseph was still awaiting trial, a hiker found Munchie's body buried near the river where Joseph's cell phone had previously indicated his presence. Remembering the muddy boots collected from the house, the lead detective sent mud samples from the boots and compared them with samples taken from the trees around the burial site. As the trees have a type of DNA similar to human DNA, the laboratory confirmed a match between the traces. This crucial evidence reinforced the detective's certainty that Joseph was responsible, leading to his formal indictment for first-degree murder.
Intentionally try to kill your wife?
No.
That's the story Joseph Elledge and his defense team wants a jury to believe about the death of his wife, Mengshi Ji. The second week of his murder trial continued with Elledge himself describing the night of October 8th, 2019. Elledge says he confronted Ji about messages he saw her send to another man. The two began shoving each other in the kitchen.
I pushed her again.
Hard?
Hard.
What happened?
Probably even harder. She fell down.
Her hit anything?
She fell. She fell in the kitchen, and her head hit with a big thud. I felt it.
He went to bed that night with Ji and found her dead when he woke. He says not calling 911 was a stupid mistake, one-upped only by his choice to put her body in her car and bury her.
If not calling 911 in your mind was stupid, what was this decision?
Looking back, it was worse. It was stupid. It was horrible.
Dan Knight focused on Elledge's arguments with G on recordings played earlier.
She objected repeatedly to the way that you handled her daughter, correct?
Sometimes, yes.
Elledge admits he was sometimes cruel, but denied many of Knight's claims he tried to intimidate or hurt G.
Joseph testified in his defense, claiming that Munchie's death was accidental. He claimed that, after the incident, he put her body in the trunk of his car, where it remained for 24 hours. The next day, Joseph allegedly drove dozens of kilometers out of town, taking his daughter in the car in order to get rid of the body. When he arrived at the scene, he removed his wife's body from the trunk and buried it, while his daughter remained inside the vehicle. After analyzing all the evidence presented, the jury chose to convict Joseph of second-degree murder, reducing the initial charge of first-degree murder.
Mr. Elledge, would you please stand to receive the verdict? Verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant, Joseph Dwayne Elledge, guilty of murder in the second degree, as submitted in instruction number 6. Members of the jury, is that your verdict? So say each and all of you.
Joseph was sentenced to 28 years in prison. What do you think about this case? Do you think the death was really accidental? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.